Greetings to you, my fellow tankers, and welcome to another interesting and excellent World of Tanks video. Yesterday, I saw they had a couple of different weekend sales, and the most interesting one to me was this one, the x5 free experience booster. I had no idea such a thing even existed, and I've played this game for 9 years. So, who knew? Anyway, if you knew it, please let us know, because I guess I've just been living in the dark or something. I don't know. But I was thinking about this, and I didn't really investigate it, but I'm going to give you the best information that I have after some scientific testing. So if you enjoy this video, please like, please subscribe, tell your friends so they have the chance to see this and learn what I have discovered and figured out. And if you guys have any explanation that you know about this, please comment, because this will let other people know what it is you know. And that's one of the things about this game. There are a lot of things, tidbits of information that you find out that are too small themselves to really be a video. But when you have a central video like this x5 free experience booster, you can add these little pieces here. It's like, well, I had an experience, and this is what my experience was. And that will help other people, because you never know who is watching the video, and you don't know if your little comment spurs thought in the mind of another player, and then it just blossoms and chains from player to player to player. So sometimes one little tiny comment can help a whole lot of people, because it will cause a chain reaction discussion to where another guy contributes something that we didn't know. And that's the thing, there's constantly interaction with information. Well, did you know this? No, I didn't, and here's this, and so this is how we deal with this in my group of friends, which is manifested here in these videos. I'm presenting the summary report here in case you're wondering, instead of having to sneak all the way to the back to figure it out, that this video contains the progress of the study of these x5 free experience boosters. And there's several things that were considered, which are all in the video. But in the end, it comes down to two things. Generally, you are not going to beat the system by using x5 free experience boosters right now during a time where there's a 40% bonus on converting experience to free experience. Let me show you. Right here. As long as this conversion here is available, you're not going to beat this conversion rate unless you're the best of the best on the tank you're using. But if you want to buy some and do it in the future when this is, back to the standard rate of 25 experience for 1 gold, then you can make it worth your while. But this is the conclusion that I have reached through the process of scientifically analyzing this. Now, you're also going to have vehicle boosters to make this work. So the things you would need to do this test yourself are vehicle boosters, x5 free experience boosters, and a tank with a high tank experience boost. And in the video, I show a bunch of tanks that have high boost numbers, and the information is there. So this contains everything you need if you want to go through the whole video. If not, I've just given you the short version right here. This will be inserted in the beginning, so you don't have to go search. So whatever floats your boat, either continue watching or don't, but leave a message. Please, a comment will be helpful. And I'll see you guys later. So the ×5 free experience booster was really unique because, as you probably know, in the menu when you're selecting your tank, you can hit your triangle or your Y button and pull up your boosters that you can add to a tank during a match. And you can buy a ×2 free experience boost, which really is not that great of an idea. I say specifically, except as an experiment. You can pay 3 gold for that and then play your match and whatever. So I told my friend, specifically Armored Wraith, about this. He had no idea. And okay, we started discussing it. And then he's, I told him I had some, interesting matches, results. In fact, I'm going to show you what some of those match results are right now. My profile is full of matches where I tested this out, so I'm going to show you these individual results. I'm not going to show you the whole game, but I'm going to show you the specific end results of what happened. So this was a random G.I. Joe Armadillo, and this was a win. It's important to win. Obviously, you do make more points if you win. So that much is fairly obvious. I'm going to show you because I have some losses as well that were bad. Well, I mean, not bad, but good. Bad that I lost, but good because of the result. So this one, this is a very good result for an Armadillo. 1360 damage, but 5,300 assistance is craziness. And that's where you get the 480 because, ta-da, that was number 3 overall. All right, so let me go to another one. All right, this is on the mines. This is a non-boosted free experience match. This was an artillery match that I've just goofed around with. So this is your standard, like 90 experience. Nothing super spectacular here, but this is give you some kind of ground foundation to look at. Okay, I have to break this because this is the tank. When I was talking to Armored Wraith, he was like telling me his first reaction was, he goes, well, what about the Churchill 3 Soviet? And I was listening to him, and it just occurred to me that I did not even think about this. And so I said, what a great idea. I don't know if tank experience is tied to free experience. It probably was at the time I was thinking this. So I thought, man, that's an awesome idea. So I stopped goofing around with Armadillo. I had also goofed around with M60AX Cold War. I figured Cold War was the place to be because you just make more cash, etc. And that was not the only way. So that did work. The Armadillo worked great, as expected. Okay, because that one is a high silver bonus tank, but it's not a high tank experience bonus. This is a high tank experience bonus with a 178. So this was Armored Wraith's idea. So I wanted to show you this tank for those of you who don't know exactly what this is. This is a Tier 5 Churchill 3 Premium. And like I said, 178 tank experience bonus. This tank is an awesome behemoth for scoring. Now, it's not very fast. It rolls about 25. Okay, so you have this lumbering machine, but man, this thing kicks some butt. It has a fast firing gun. The armor is very good, even though it is a land yacht. So, got to give credit to Armored Wraith. He was the genius who came up with this idea. So now I'm going to show you the matches after he gave me his genius idea. Okay, as you can see, this is Pilsen with the Churchill 3. So this one was a really interesting result because, okay, my team lost. I was awesome with 4 kills in that land yacht. 1,500 block damage. That was awesome. If only I knew that we had some kind of block damage operation, then that would be fantastic. So, 1,000 damage. It was this is a really good match overall, except that my team lost. But the scientific data here, 300 free experience in a loss, is unheard of to me. And that was the first one of the Churchill 3 matches, and so I knew I was on to something, and Armored Wraith had really nailed it. So now we're going to go to Dragon Ridge. Dragon Ridge. This one was not as good, obviously. So 665 damage, 107 assist, another loss. 150 free experience in a loss is very good, but it's not a good result, okay? But again, this is the kind of thing, and you got to go with what's available, and you got to go with the flow, and I have to present all the data to you that I have so you can see how this is going, including the losses. All right, now we're going to look at the Vineyards. Not really a good match. Not good for me. This one I think was a tier 6 match. Not good for me, not good for my team. 100 free experience, that's usually a winning team result, like that artillery match I showed you where I got 90 in a win, okay? So just like, you know, that match was helpful to give us, like I said, a foundation. So even a bad game for me in this tank in a loss generated more than a good game where I won in that artillery. Okay. Now we're headed to Overlord. So this was another good game. I mean, 2 kills were good. My stats of damage and assistance weren't very good, but we won. So 2 kills and a win, 285. I mean, it's a win. But if you don't look at the winning part, it's like, well, 2 kills is helpful. 345 damage is not very good, but it's because I'm slow when I'm a land yacht that I was able to get in and essentially get 2 kills, you know, by being involved at the end of the engagement. So another good result, obviously, at almost 300. Now we're going to go back to Armadillo just to mix it up, keep it fresh. You know, another good result. 2,800 damage, 1 kill. You know, solid. This is what I would call an average type of Armadillo game for me. Now this might be slightly above average for yourself. That's a possibility, but for me this is pretty average. Nothing spectacular. Let me see where I finish in this match. Oh, my team. Oh, I was MVP. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think these numbers are great, but yeah, I guess this was a weird match that we got a victory off of this. Again, almost 300. Good result. All right, these next 2 results are not part of the free experience. I did not use the booster on this T49. I was just goofing around. This Bisante match is another like foundation match. No booster was used. So we'll get to this one. This was a victory. Very bizarre. Just didn't get a chance to do anything really. So, okay, 42 points for doing nothing. This one is the one that is the most impactful, I think, and I think you'll see why here when we look at it. All right, this was a victory, a very good result. 4 kills, almost 1,500 damage, 7 detections in that land barge. You've got to be kidding me, right? Well, this one was a little bit different, and I'm going to tell you why it was different. Because now I'm playing all these matches, right? And I'm living in real time with what's going on, and so I'm thinking the whole time. Here, I'm presenting this information to you condensed because you're not clouded by watching the match, which I have obviously had to play. So the thing that has changed here for this match is that I added a ×3 vehicle booster. So this one was a ×5 free experience booster and a ×3 vehicle booster combined with a winning, very good game. I'm not saying awesome, but very good. I mean, I'll take 4 kills, 1,500-ish damage anytime. You know, you say, well, I'll give you this, done. This is a very good game. So you see that the tank experience 10,880 is through the roof. Also, obviously, I was playing games. This is not a daily double. So my next installment is I'm going to run this tank 3 times experience booster, 5 times free experience booster. And I'm going to run this until I get that daily double. And then we're going to see what happened. Now, the reason I haven't done that is because my log only holds 10 matches. All right? So wait a second. Before we do that, let's just look through these medals. Yes, it was an awesome game. I got mastery. So that was fantastic. Yes, that was an MVP result. I'm going to have this whole game. We're going to do this whole game video as well. So now, because the log only holds 10, I wanted to get this information into this video before I go and stop and come back. So it'll be, who knows, minutes for me, seconds for you. I'll see you in a couple seconds. Okay, I'm back. I had 2 games. One that was bad because I was on a bad team, which is this one. You know, only 1 kill, 740 damage. Still got 150 free experience in a loss, which is good, but not great. But it's important to document. This next game is much better. And that's an understatement. Because this game, I had 3 kills, 1,500 damage on the cliff. You know, I don't think you get anything for blocks, but another 500 blocking is always good. But a very good performance. I almost killed the final guy, but one of my teammates got him after he killed me, so that was fine. It was a great example of teamwork. Again, same story, except this one had ×8 commander bonus because it's daily double. I'm going to go ahead and get the maximum. All right, so I had the ×8 commander bonus, the ×3 vehicle bonus, and the ×5 free experience bonus. And as you can see, this was a very good game. 678. This is not like super awesome, but it was a very good game. Let me look at the medals. Pascucci medal for killing 2 artilleries is always good. Driving around, okay? They don't give this medal for artillery, killing artillery. If they did, I'd have hundreds of these because I'm an anti-artillery specialist. And, well, let's just leave that. Like I said, this is a very good game. Master Badge second class is pretty good. That's a solid game. I got pretty good solid game with almost 700 free experience. So if I get, when I'm on fire, it's going to be through the roof. And then it was good enough to be MVP. So this was really helpful. Apparently the vehicle booster combines with the tank experience to just, knock this dude off the charts. So it's quite possible that you could do some really nasty business here. I need to do another game just to see. All right, I got a couple more for you. This was an Erlenberg mat. Same thing, ×3 vehicle, ×5 free experience, 10,000 tank experience, 465 free XP. Pretty good in a victory. Here we had another victory on Himmelsdorf. Slower than dirt. I can't do much, so I didn't do much, obviously. Same story, ×3 vehicle, ×5 booster for free experience. Only 220. So nothing spectacular there, but it was a victory. This is Overlord, another victory. A decent game. Nothing spectacular, but 285. So it seems clear that combining vehicle experience with free experience boosters are just monster on getting free experience. So this leads me to conclude that ×5 free experience booster could be monstrous, but it's not one of those things that I would necessarily recommend to random people unless you want to just experiment yourself to see what you can do, because you need to be able to generate high tank experience with a booster from a premium tank like the Churchill 3 or some of those Cold War guys. Surprisingly, in Cold War, this was the only tank that I had with a 125 tank experience boost. I thought there'd be more, and I thought it would work better. But apparently Cold War is not the best place to do this. You need to have something like that Churchill 3 or a Ram 2 or a T-14. The T-14 has 162 silver, which is nice, 145 tank experience. It's not the same as the Churchill 3, but there's a lot of tanks that have high tank experience. You just got to look for them. This won't help a lot of you, but this T1E6 Tier 2 Premium has a 170 tank experience bonus. I don't think it generates enough action, but I haven't tested it myself. This T2 Lite has 175 tank experience bonus. So if you have this, this might be worth checking into. This Locust has a 160 tank XP bonus. This MTLS has a 165 bonus, which is nice. This is a Tier 2 Panzer II D 170 bonus. I'm not surprised to find that the Panzer 38H has a 170 tank experience bonus. And this one is a bruiser because this one can win matches. So you get a higher win percentage on this tank with the 170. It's crazy. In fact, I'm going to test it out right now. Actually, I didn't have to test it out. I realized that I had videos on YouTube of those games. And yeah, the tier 2s are too low. They're not generating enough free experience. So I wouldn't mess with those myself with a ×5. I don't know. Tough to say. I got like 90 points. Man, I don't know. I guess I really have to do it. Let me go check it out. Okay, I had to test it out. Turns out that Panzer 38H is really good. 390, and that was an above average game. That wasn't anything I would consider was great. So Panzer 38H is a monster. And in an expert's hands, yes, you'll definitely make free experience like a maniac with these boosters. For sure. Okay, I did some calculations and it was very interesting. The calculations were this. Basically, in a similar game for 38H without any boosters, free experience was 89 or 90. So let's just call it 90 just for simplicity. Now, the cost of the booster is just a hair over 8 gold. So again, make it simple. Let's call it 8 gold. So doing the math, that right now you can get 35 free experience for 1 gold. So if you're using a ×5 booster, you need to be scoring 280 in extra free experience. So in that case, 280 plus 90, which is a standard 38H game, here would be 370. So do you quote unquote win on doing this? You can. This match, I made 20 extra free experience above the normal for this performance. And like I said, this wasn't an outstanding performance. This is just a very good performance. I do better than this commonly. So it's not out of the realm of expectation that on a Panzer 38H or possibly even one of the other tier 2s that I showed you, you could definitely make some hay free experience wise. And it's just an experiment that I was doing myself. So it's actually useful for the ×5 based upon the cost for what you get. Now, the ×2 free experience boosters they sell you in the menu. Let me show you one of those, for example. These right here. All right? They sell those for 3. So they're 35 each. You got to make an extra 105 off of that, which really you don't get that often. Okay, so the ×2 I don't think are a very good deal, because if you're for example, in this vehicle make 90 ×2, well, I don't think this is the whole 90, but let's just say it is. It'd be 180. You need 90 plus 105, that's 195. So it's not really a good deal for the ×2 free experience, but the ×5 is better, as you saw, because due to the cost at 8 gold, you'd have to make 280 bonus. And I did in the game that I just showed you, that I just played actually. This 390 is about 20 more than normal. So it's a bonus. And it's an experiment. You're not going to get rich on free experience unless you have tremendous 38H skills and results. So that's the other key element. You have to be able to use this in a vehicle that generates what you're needing, like the 38H or the Churchill 3 or some of the other ones I showed you. High tank experience bonuses. And you have to be good at those tanks. If all these things line up, you get a tank you're a good scorer in. It has a high XP bonus. You crank on their extra vehicle bonuses. You can do it. Now, actually, because you put vehicle bonus on there, it really is still not a great deal over the bonus of the 35 that's in the store. On the conversion, let me show you the conversion. Okay, this is the conversion that I'm talking about. Now, right now, when this is on sale, this is really the smartest way to do it. The times 5 free experience is great. What I've shown you, this whole technique is great when this expires, when you don't have this, because the normal rate is 25 for 1. Right now it's 35 for 1, and it makes a huge difference. So the 35 for 1, you're probably just better off buying straight conversion, where 3,000 gold will get you 105,000 free experience. There really is no way to beat that. You're not going to beat the system in general by using vehicle boosters and free experience boosters combining with your tank. Now you're going to have some awesome games like I had showed you a couple here and there. And so as an experiment for a YouTube video, this is tremendous. But this is definitely not a long-term beat the system solution, which is what we really would like to know. And that's the thing. So I'm telling you now, no, you're not going to beat the system. You can on a game-by-game basis where you're playing the best you play. And if you're the one wild guy who scores like a maniac every game in a tank with a high tank experience bonus, well, by all means, go ahead. You might be that one person who beats the system. But the odds are no. It's a fun experiment, no question. But if I were someone who was of limited gold status, I wouldn't waste my time. So that's the ultimate analysis end. So realistically, I have given this the full treatment, and to the best of our powers, it's a no-go. Now, it only costs 420 to get 50 of those times 5 free experience boosters. There's nothing wrong with you going after it and having fun and experimenting for yourself and showing that this is actually true. But, you know, I'm not going to tell you to go and buy 2,000 and 3,000 gold worth of times 5 free experience boosters unless you just want to do it and that's fun. Hey, whatever, man. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you the analysis of what the info says, and the info says negative. So I hope that this process was interesting to you. It was interesting to me. So thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because this is the kind of stuff we tackle. If there's something good to know, we want to know it, and we'll figure it out. And there you go. This is what we do. So tell your friends, let them know about this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching.